What's going on, Boston Celtics fans? Welcome to Celtics Today by Chat Sports. This is the edition right after the 4th of July, so your girl is hurting. But on today's show, we're going to talk about two specific topics. One, the Celtics do have the latest report on wanting to bring back this specific player, which I think you guys will be very happy about. On the back half of this show, it looks like the projected Summer League roster has been announced. Not official just yet, but the Celtics are making some name changes to that roster, and we're going to talk about that towards the back half of the show. All right, first things first, it looks like Oshae Brissett. The Boston Celtics are pretty interested in bringing back the wing. As we know, they've been re-signing Boston Celtics players that were a part of that championship team, but now it looks like Oshae Brissett is the last player to complete the puzzle. But does he want to come back to the Celtics? Well, here's the latest report via the Boston Globe. Adam Himmelsbach says the Celtics have one remaining roster spot after re-signing Luke Kornet and Xavier Tillman this week. The team has interest in bringing back wing Oshae Brissett, who declined his player option last week. The latest news that came out about Oshae Brissett is that as of Wednesday evening, Brissett was still seeking an opportunity with a team that can offer more playing time. Brissett is also skipping Olympic training camp with the Canadian national team to focus on his free agency. Whether or not that focusing is on the Boston Celtics re-signing, or it's focused on another team that happens to be in contact with Oshae Brissett, we don't know. But we do know he is not at the training camp for the Olympics for the Canadian team right now. But Celtics free agency so far is they've brought back 11 of the 12 players who were averaging the most minutes per game on the Celtics from the championship season. And I was looking through the regular season. I was looking at, all right, where are we kind of at in terms of where Oshae Brissett averaged his minutes? That way I can kind of gauge what the plan will be for Brizzy and Svi Mykhailiuk. Well, Oshae Brissett was the 12th most average minutes per game on the team, which is ironic because they've already re-signed 11 of the 12 from last year's championship roster, and Oshae Brissett would be the 12th. Well, he is the 12th on the team for averaging 11.5 minutes. Svi Mykhailiuk is slightly under him, averaging 10.1 minutes per game, but Xavier Tillman is only slightly above him, about 13 minutes per game. So I could really see the Boston Celtics making a contract for Oshae Brissett, but whether or not he gets the playing time, well, we still don't know. All right, here's what Bobby Kravitsky had to say on Oshae Brissett as well, saying, it's a safe bet the defending NBA champions would welcome back Brissett, but if he signs elsewhere, their draft class and players inked for two-way contracts might prove their only external additions. Well, the good news is that I haven't seen any reports on Oshae Brissett talking with any other NBA teams. If you guys have, let me know, but I look at Twitter almost religiously, and I have not seen anything that Oshae Brissett is talking to this team. I do think he's a very good player, and I do think he's been in the league for a while, so now he's got that veteran mindset. Does he still want to average more minutes? I'm sure he does. I think he deserves to. But does he want to play for a winning team? I'm sure he does, which would be the Boston Celtics. What do you guys think about Oshae Brissett? Do you want Brad Stevens to bring him back to complete the roster they had last year that won them an NBA championship? Should the Celtics bring back Oshae Brissett? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comment section below. And on the back half of the show, like I said, Summer League is actually a lot closer than you guys think, so I want to know what you guys are thinking right now. Let me tell you what the projected roster is going to look like in just a few moments. While I tell you guys, go get your championship t-shirt right now. I wanted to show you guys how crisp white this shirt was, almost blending in with the background. As you guys can see here, the bobblehead version of the champs, the Boston Celtics champs. You guys can get this right now. Go to chatsports.com/CelticsChamps, and that's going to get you this great deal on this shirt. I want it. I already got my national championship shirt, and it's pitch black, but I love this all white as well. Blends in right there with the background. If you guys want to get it, match me, go ahead and go to chatsports.com/CelticsChamps. Let me know what you guys think. And as always, go on ahead, go over to Fanatics, get your championship gear while it lasts. All right, let's talk about the Summer League and how it's right around the corner. It's going to be in Las Vegas this year. It's going to be several different names that are actually going to be on this projected roster than you initially thought. We're going to have a couple of draft picks. We're going to have some guys that actually played real minutes for the Boston Celtics last year. But then it looks like they're picking up a couple of players to add to their Summer League roster. We're going to break those down as well. In case you guys didn't know, here is a Summer League schedule. If you guys do want to watch your Boston Celtics compete this July. They do kick it off this Saturday, July 13th versus Miami, 6:30 p.m. NBA TV. Then they got Bronny, a nice little Bronny versus the Celtics showdown on Monday, July 17th. The Charlotte Hornets on July 17th. LA is on July 15th. And then the Dallas Mavericks, a little rematch of the NBA Finals. You're going to find that on July 19th. Here is the projected Summer League roster. No surprise here, Jaden Springer, Jordan Walsh, J.D. Davison, Drew Peterson, Baylor Shireman, the new draft pick with the pick number 30 for the Boston Celtics. Pick number 54 is going to be Anton Watson, Tristan Enaruna, which is an undrafted free agent, and then Neemias Queta is actually listed as a possibility to also be on this Summer League roster. So just to get you guys up to date here, the Boston Celtics did re-sign Drew Peterson to a two-way deal. He did play for the Maine Celtics last season, helped them get to the G League championship. He did phenomenal in that position, so they did sign him to another two-way contract as well. But J.D. Davison, he was also on a two-way contract for the Boston Celtics, but they have yet to make any moves on J.D. Davison. But here's the latest report on what we found out about the two-way player. Brad Stevens says J.D. will be a free agent, but we would like to try to figure out a way to get him back in some capacity. So that's where Summer League comes in. They're going to put him on the Summer League roster, see how he works out, see what he's looking like, because maybe they won't need him with Anton Watson and Baylor Shireman. So once again, J.D. Davison, they want to bring him back, but they're just not sure in what way they can just yet. Not to mention, they are adding more talent to the Summer League roster this year. Report former Allegheny College of Maryland star DeMarcus Demonia will join the Celtics roster for Summer League. And I don't know a lot about this kid. I'm going to be honest. I have done some research. I did find out he's been playing professionally for the last year in Austria. And so once again, to be on a Summer League team here, it really is just to go up against other rookies and first or second years in the NBA. And it's just a way for your coaching staff, which there will be assistants and other coaches of the main team, the G League team, will be on the coaching staff for the Summer League, and it's really just a way to see, okay, who can make a two-way contract for the Boston Celtics. So none of your actual starting Boston Celtics players will be playing in Summer League. It's just to get a feel of, all right, who can play two ways for us for the Boston Celtics and the main Celtics, our G League franchise. They also added on Ron Harper Jr., who was a standout in college this last year, is playing for the Toronto Raptors, but they actually ended up cutting him because of a season-ending injury. So he was on a two-way deal with the Raptors, and he averaged about 16 points per game when he played in college. So now the Celtics are adding him to the Summer League roster, which I do think will be a good pickup there, and they can figure out, okay, could this be another guy for the two-way player? So maybe that's why they haven't re-signed J.D. Davison to play between Maine and Boston. They want to see what other talent is out there. But Summer League does start very soon. And if you guys want us to go live for any of the NBA Summer League games, go on ahead, let me know what you guys are thinking. Spam Go Live as many times as you want in the comment section down below. That way I can tell my bosses, hey, look, man, a lot of people on Celtics Today by Chat Sports want producer Smitty to go live for the Boston Celtics in one of those 4 games. All you guys got to do to let me tell them is spam Go Live.